I recently spent over 3 months preparing for my TED Talk, and I want to share everything I learned about giving a TED Talk, about really leveling up my speaking style, and again, all the failures and successes that came out of this experience of delivering a TED Talk, and also being voted as one of the highest TED speakers at this event. I'm here to pull back the curtain on my experience of giving a TEDx talk, revealing not just the process, but the profound lessons learned along the way. Whether you're dreaming of standing on the red dot yourself, or just curious about what goes into those captivating talks, this story is for you. Starting off at number 1 is the power of storytelling. Again, sharing a personal story is going to be one of the most impactful things you can do in your talk. Finding a story or experience where you went through a struggle, you overcame this struggle, and then you learn things along the way. This is what we call the hero's journey. Almost 80% of movies, TV shows are based around this same premise. And if you can figure out an actual truthful story in your life where you've gone through something similar, you can go ahead and share this experience with others, and it's going to be extremely powerful if you do it in the right way. So I know at first I was a little hesitant to share bits and pieces of my personal life, things that friends and family members didn't even know about me. Sharing a personal story, especially one that tugs at your heartstrings, is daunting, and I'll admit I was very hesitant. The thought of opening up about a chapter of my life that was both deeply emotional and transformative felt like standing at the edge of a cliff. But here's the thing, these are the stories that resonate the most. In my TEDx talk, I decided to share a journey that shaped me profoundly. It was about a pivotal time in my life and something that has been very emotional about me, but something that I've gone on to learn from, build, and grow from. This story wasn't just a recount of events, it was an invitation to the audience to walk with me through the valleys and through the peaks of my own experiences. The response was overwhelming. It taught me that vulnerability is not just about showing weakness, it's about showcasing strength, resilience, and the raw beauty of being human. This story, my story, became a bridge connecting me to hundreds, if not thousands, of hearts and minds. It was a reminder that at the core of every fear, every hesitation, lies the potential for extraordinary impact. So coming in at number 2 is finding expert help. Again, this was a talk that I wanted to dedicate a lot of time. I wanted to improve myself, I wanted to pull together a story, and I wanted to share that story with the world. I wanted to inspire, educate, and help elevate millions of people as my mission, and I saw a TED Talk as a big stepping stone to do that. Now, I sought out experts to help me prepare my story, to help me get practice, and to become a better public speaker. This is something that I advise anybody. It doesn't have to be a paid professional. It can be a family member, a friend, but a third party who can give you some honest feedback and advice. Better yet, if they have any experience with giving public talks. You can reach out to your public Toastmasters, reach out to your Facebook groups to find anybody who's given public talks and say, hey, I'm writing a talk, I want you to review it, or I want to record it and send it to you. Can you spend 15 to 20 minutes giving me some feedback? Getting that feedback, making adjustments, and then improving and doing this cycle is going to make your process of public speaking 1,000 times better. So crafting a narrative that encapsulates over a decade of my experience into a mere 18 minutes is like trying to fit an ocean into a bottle. It's pretty impossible, right? That's where the magic of working with a speaker coach came into play. My coach wasn't just a guide, he was a mirror, reflecting back to me the parts of my story that needed light and the bits that needed more depth. This collaboration was more than just about building a story. It was about honing my ability to communicate effectively, to ensure every single word, every pause had purpose. It was about learning to see my blind spots, those areas I overlooked or underestimated in my narrative. With their expertise, I learned to sculpt my experiences into a narrative that was not only coherent, but compelling. This was a story that was very passionate to me, so I wanted to do it justice And that's exactly what I set out to do. Coming in at number 3 is something that I like to call the 3 Ps. It's practice, practice, and practice. Getting good at public speaking really boils down to this. Again, you have to practice, but you really have to practice, film yourself, figure out how you look, where you stumble, what you need to adjust. So what I recommend is doing a few hours of practicing, then every 2 or 3 hours, you take a break. You then, after that, you're going to deliver your talk with a camera, on Zoom, on a video recorder, on your phone, whatever. Record yourself and then spend the time giving your talk as you were giving it live to somebody. Afterwards, you're going to review this like watching a review tape of your basketball or sports performance, critiquing it, taking notes, and figuring out which areas to improve and implement these changes. There's going to be areas where the wording sounds weird because you wrote it and had never said it out loud. There's going to be areas where you need to use different hand gestures. There's going to be parts of your talk where you need to go up in your speech or you need to go down. These things are going to separate you from people who are beginners. It's going to bring you to that intermediate and advanced part of public speaking that is becoming so crucial, because if you have a message and if you want to share that with the world, you need to get good at talking. Now, in conclusion, giving a TED Talk was something that I've always wanted to do. It was a bucket list item for me. But in the end, I wanted to flip the script. This wasn't about me. This was about sharing the story of other people in my life and trying to inspire other people to take action and to find inspiration to build a more flexible and free lifestyle. That's why I know this TED Talk is going to do well. It's going to inspire others. And even if it just impacts one person, all this work and effort will be worth it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a link above here where you can actually click the TEDx video and watch it directly after this. I urge you though, watch all 18 minutes because I guarantee you it'll be worthwhile and it'll have a positive and inspirational impact on your life.